I've been living my life. I moved to LA. I'm back here in Atlanta doing my thing. Light. Is it too light? My name is Hose Wait. Is it too light or I need to turn down some light? Yes or no? Help me out here. I'm a one-man show. But y'all, did y'all get into that theme music? Shouts out to Chris Face Moore. I was his drum major back in high school, and I've been working with him for the past 12 years on different type of music. Um, how was the lighting and the sound? Oh, I'm perfect. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, this is a conversation with me and all of you. Um, this is my birthday month. So feel free to cash app, super chat, PayPal, cash app, $ Reco Chapple or whatever. A dollar would do. I don't care. But I just wanted to come to you guys. This is a project that I wanted to get off the ground a long time ago. When I did the fashion show years ago, I actually met with Andy Cohen. I had a pitch meeting with Andy Cohen, and I gave him the idea of So Like a Pro and Talking Live with Reco. It was kind of mosh posh together. Um, and and he actually loved the idea. And there was two things. He wanted me to be in Atlanta. I mean, he wanted me to be in New York, and he also wanted me to put it on film. And at the time, I was 29, 30 years old. I had just started making money. Put your Is Calvin? Oh no, baby, my shirt is says Chappelle. No, my shirt is my own brand. They are $20. Go buy one at houseofchappelle.com. And well, back to the story. Andy Cohen wanted me to either move to New York to do this show because he said that Bravo can help me out as far as finding guests and all that good stuff. Because at the time there was no housewives, there was none of that, and but I was making too much money. I was traveling all around the world. Oops, my lights don't went. I guess let me do this. Hold on for a second. Okay. I guess they've been on for a while and they decided to go dim. And I was traveling all over the world, doing fashion shows, getting booked sometimes 2, 3 times a weekend. I'll leave out on Thursday, come back on Monday morning with a pocket full of money, and I was making money, and I did not want to leave that. So this is something that has kind of been in the works for years. And for you guys that follow me on Instagram and YouTube and all my other social media networks or whatever, I actually did a So Like a Pro early on in my YouTube career, which I wasn't too caught up on the whole production because it was too bored for me and I wanted kind of fun and funny. And so I kind of scratched the whole thing, but it did get a lot of views. Mm. And tonight I'm sponsored by Apothic Apothic Crush Wine. If you guys want to sponsor your product, just email me at info@houseofchappelle.com. Someone will get back with you with all the rates and stuff. So with that being said, for the past couple of years, I've been through a lot. I moved to LA after a hit of depression because I've always suffered from anxiety. But I learned how to control the anxiety when I was young, when I was like in my 20s. Well, like if I had too much work, I just pass out because I couldn't breathe, or it would just be something like weird, crazy happen to me. And so I learned how to control my anxiety attacks. But when I was about 38, I went into a big depression. I was at the height of my career. Actually, I don't even necessarily think it was the height of my career. It was a part of my career that I was making a lot of money. I had a boyfriend. My mom was staying with me. I had a crew full of 10 people. And we was just doing amazing ass things at the House of Chapple. I was on like 6 television shows at the same time. I was traveling the world with Tony Braxton. I was doing my thing. And one wall failed, another wall failed, another wall failed, and I was just over it. I said, let's just close down all this shit. I'm packing up, moving to LA. My boyfriend had left me. My mama was doing some shady shit. So I was like, sis, I'm out of here. I moved to LA. Let's see what this says. At one point, you're the number one biggest fan. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know what? One thing, someone was saying that they're my biggest fan or whatever. I really appreciate all of my fans and my supporters, people that buy from me, people that never bought from me, that just show me hella love. I really appreciate that during all these years, because I really needed that to come back and really do something amazing. And I think this time around, I kind of keep to myself and be quiet a lot and just let things happen, because I noticed that being here in Atlanta, which I'm gonna talk about that later, people are quick to hate on you really, really, really. As soon as you start talking about it, it's like, oh girl, did you see what so-and-so is doing? Oh girl, don't let him do this, or oh girl. And so I just learned to just keep all my ideas to myself instead of even calling a friend, because the people that you think they're your friends, especially in this industry, it's not. But anyway, I moved to LA, and I was there in LA for a couple of years. I got my life. I was able to rub elbows with some of the most amazing people that I've met. Millionaires and billionaires that had 10,000 Instagram followers and didn't have a big name for themselves, but their bank account was real big. And I was really, really cool with that. So pretty much what made me move back to Atlanta was I got a call for 4 different shows. It was Queer Eye for the Straight Guy was one. I got a call for Candy and Todd's show, which was number 2. I got a call for a show out of the UK, and I also got a call for a show out of Canada. And so I was like, my dad was like, okay, what are you gonna do? You need to come home. I was like, you know what, Dad, I'm going broke anyway. I need to just go ahead and come home. Let me wipe the sweat off this amazing glowing skin, honey. Getting ready to turn 42 and ain't had no work yet, baby. Looking like snatched white woman. Go in. And so I end up hightailing it back here to Atlanta. And pretty much when I got back to Atlanta, my account was like on on 0. And I was here in Atlanta. I set up at my homegirl house. She said, stay here as long as you need. But in my head, I was like, I just need 2 months, make my money. I end up getting a house. And I'm kind of making a long story short, because I'm getting ready to right before I moved to LA, I did the house that Reco built. I'm getting ready to redo all of that, because what I have almost like 20 years of footage that I have just laying around. And if you notice, even before this video, I put out the first attempt to do talking live with Reco with me and Lala. And my ADD gonna kick in, so I'm gonna be jumping back and forth on stories, just rewind the video and to catch up. And so when I met Lala, I just put out a thing on Instagram. It said, hey, I'm looking for a co-host for the show. Lala answered, and since then, we did that show. Go back to the video and look at it, the video before this. And I wasn't too keen on the quality of the video, and I think me being on television and had all these stores, I was kind of too critical on myself on things, and I should have just put it out there and just grew. Like even this, like I'm in my studio now. It's 1,000 square foot. We actually add another floor, so it's about ooh, baby, get into that sweat up under that arm, baby. And I actually added another floor, so it's about 1,800 square feet in here. I built this wall back here. I painted it myself. I got all my lights and all my equipment. I said, so you know, I'm gonna go get ahead and do another attempt to this. And what I should have done, I should have just kept going with the talking live with Reco and Lala, and it could have blossomed into something amazing after all these years. But me and Lala became really good friends. Now, when I bring my black tail back to Atlanta, she moves to LA and doing amazingly well. I think she's on Boomerang right now. I don't watch too much television. And she's doing some amazing things. She got a couple of million followers. So that's that. And so, like I said, I moved back here for all the shows. When I got here, I found out that Queer Eye ended up finding a black person. And I hate to say it like that, but you know how the shows always do. one black person, one token black guy. I was going to be chosen to be. If I was chosen, I would have done the fashion segment. So they end up getting Karomo Brown, which is, I think he does like inspirational stuff, like encouraging the person or something like that. And it's funny because I went to Cynthia's birthday party, and I saw him with this group of beautiful guys, and I was like, "Hey, Karomo, blah blah blah." I said, "Is this what I think it is?" I said, "Oh, bitch, you got my job. You know that I only have one of us," and it was just a joke. But I don't think he thought the joke was funny. But that was one of the shows, and one of the show out of the UK was just like, "Hey, um, we're gonna back off because we know the people at Left Right Productions that is doing Candy and Todd's show, and we don't want to interfere." And then I also had the show in Canada. The Candy and Todd show was just kind of dragging its feet or whatever, and I still had the show from Canada. They contacted me. They didn't say anything, and they ended up contacting me. I did the show, went on. I won the show in Canada, collected my coins. It was simple as that. In 3 days, I won like $10,000. It was real simple and real easy. Now, I'm finna go on and tell you the details about the Candy show without giving out too much information, because on this topic, it's a little bit sensitive because Candy and Todd are not my friend, but they are really good associates. I've been in their house. I support their restaurants. They supported my brand. Of course, I did Candy wedding dress. So on that bridge, I don't want to. It's kind of messed up, I will say, because I didn't do the show, but I don't want to completely burn the bridge all the way down per se. So when I moved back, the show, Candy and Todd show, kept getting pushed back and kept getting pushed back and kept getting pushed back. And I'm going to be kind of telling you two stories at the same time. If you guys follow me on social media, in my Instagram story and on my Facebook page, you can go look on my Facebook page now, Reco Chapple. I posted a couple of videos that Funky Dineva has been saying that me and Marlo was being difficult about signing the contracts. They didn't want to create monsters, etc., etc., etc. And let's just scrap the show. Let's just talk about what the Funky Dineva situation. And the thing is, I know a lot of you guys are probably tuning in to see if I'm just going to drag Funky Dineva for filth, going to talk about him and dog him out. No, because I don't do that when you are my real friends. Okay, girl, I just got back cool with Quad, child. We was just texting each other this past weekend talking about, are you in town? Let's go get drunk. And I do owe Quad a public apology. Quad, I am sorry. I ran into her at the Vision Church Gala, and we was both turning, and we kind of ran into each other. And, you know, Quad is like this on me. And so I was like, girl, do I know you? And we started laughing, and we hugged each other. And I just looked at her because the hug was so genuine. And it was like me and Quad, just like old times. She hugged me. And I said, you know what, Quad? Girl, I was mad. You was a casualty of war. A lot of stuff was going on in my life. And when that depression kind of hit, you don't know what's going on with you, and you kind of lash out at different people because you're trying to figure out what really went wrong, and you really got to look in the mirror and ask yourself and look at yourself and what you did instead of trying to point the finger at everybody else. So, Quad, therefore, I'm sorry, girl. Let's go out. You know, I don't eat all that crazy stuff that's in your cookbook because, you know, I'm vegan right now. But I don't know. You can't tell in my face, but I've gained like 20 pounds. Like, I got man titties and shit. It's like from here on down. But 20 pounds is a good thing for me because I still ain't fat. I can't wear none of my suits, but 20 pounds is a good thing for me. But back on the story, Funky Dineva has literally, for the past couple of months, he's been dragging my name through the dirt. And we were really good friends. And I'm sure some people are going to see this and go back to Funky Dineva, or he may be able to see this himself. But I'm going to let you know why we're not friends no more. He went on a news station in in Miami, Florida, and said that me and Marlo was being difficult. Okay, to Funky Dineva, no shade to Candy, but we know she's always known for giving those old ass 1990s contracts, them badass contracts, like she attempted to do Miss Lawrence. And I understand her reasoning. She want to make money. She put a lot of money in this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But when you're dealing with people such as me, let's not even talk about Marlo. You're doing a show with fashion. You got a person that's been in the fashion industry now 20 years that I've had clients from Toni Braxton to Candy Burris to Cameron Diaz to Megan Mullally, and the list goes to Michelle Williams to Kelly Rowland, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. You wanted me to accept $1,200 per episode. When they came to me with that $1,200 per episode, I said, kiss my ass. This was to one of the producers at Left White Productions. And I said, if you're trying to pay any of us $1,200, I'm just the type of person that none of us ain't gonna do it, girl. I'm calling everybody, honey. We ain't gonna do this show at all unless they come to us with a couple of thousand. So they came back to us with, I think, like $2,200. And most people say, oh, $2,200 a week for a couple of weeks is good. But I'm going to tell you how things kind of got blurry. They told me that I was the Nene Leakes of the show. And because when you talk about fashion in Atlanta, every person that they interview always said my name. They either loved me or they hated me, but at the end of the day, they all respected me and my position that I played with the matriculation of the fashion scene in Atlanta. Because people love to say that Atlanta don't have no fashion scene, but Atlanta does have a fashion scene. You wouldn't have Patrick Kelly. You wouldn't have Sergio Hudson that went to school and graduated from Barter. You wouldn't have Charles, his assistant. You wouldn't have Michael Knight. May his soul rest in peace. You wouldn't have Anthony L. Williams. You wouldn't even have Ken Lawrence or myself. And the list goes on and on and on about the people that have catapulted out of Atlanta and have made a big career in fashion. And so, okay, y'all want to give me this little bitty ass coin. So let's talk about the background and the particulars. When we go places, when I'm on television, y'all seen in my other videos, I get threats. Are y'all going to provide a bodyguard? Are y'all going to provide bodyguards on set? I need to know these things. Do you want me to have my big event, the Becoming Legendary show that I have every year, with a small budget of $10,000 to $12,000? I put the show on myself. But to make it TV worthy, it's going to take almost $20,000 to $30,000 to book the right models, to book the right lighting, to book the right equipment. They promised me that they was going to give me a budget and I was going to reimburse. They was going to reimburse me for the money that I spent on the fashion show. They took the money up to like 20 something, 2,200. But they also said that the percent of the next season was like real small, like 3%. I said no. And I'm going to tell you why. I am what you call reality TV gold. That's why I'm on so many other reality TV. That's why I was on so many other reality TV shows, because I don't have to say not a word. I can just look at a person and it says it. And the cameras love it. They eat it up. My confessions are legendary. So that's just even now. If I wanted to be on any show out of Atlanta, I could. I made Married to Medicine when I was on the show. And I can put my nuts on the table and say I made Married to Medicine. But the reason why I didn't go back to Married to Medicine is because during the reunion show, they paid me to go because I didn't have to go because Toni Braxton was finna get ready to go on tour that same weekend, and I was getting ready to fly to LA. Brock Prevails, whatever the production company called, I have a fan on me too, and it's still burning up in here. It's all these lights. They flew me first class. They paid me a nice little chunk of change. A nice hotel and car service and all that. And they said, we are going to pay you for next season. And then when next season came around, me and Quad had some static or whatever, which is over and done with. And a producer lied and said that I asked for all of this money. And I said, y'all never came to the table. I told Quad that they never came to the table with anything. And so, here's my thing. When you look at the black gays that have been on television, and let's just say Bravo, period. Miss Lawrence, Dwight, and Derek J. And me. Most of us got paid while we was doing the work for the client. Like I got paid for Candy's wedding stuff. I got paid for doing Phaedra photo shoot. I got paid for all those. So I was on, that's how I was getting paid. So when it came to the network paying me, even when I was on the Braxtons, actually quite as a kid, when I was on Braxton Family Values, I was getting paid double. Because like when we was in St. Lucia and St. Kitts, I would not only get paid for being on the road with Tony, she made sure that I got paid from the production Magical Elves. So I got paid twice. And so it was like going into this new contract, I know what budgets are allocated for these shows. So you mean to tell me you can't give me a first class ticket? Let's just say comfort. I'm 6'1". Let's say economy comfort. So you want me to be in back of an airplane cramped up with these long legs. You wouldn't give me a bodyguard, which is fine. I could have just got my own. You wanted to pay me this measly salary. Then you couldn't even tell me the time being spent. Oh, we're going to be filming 6 months. But we only supposed to be doing 6 episodes. 6 episodes out of the 2,000 and something was going to be, let's say, $12,000. But I just did a show in Canada that paid me $10,000 for 3 days. I will tell you this. The industry that I'm in, I don't want to brag, but I make a lot of money. I just deposit all types of checks from this weekend. Everybody's getting ready for fall. Everybody's getting ready to do their new campaigns. I'm a consultant for a lot of brands, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm making a lot of clothes with my private clients. $6,000. And it's going to be a week worth of work. So you mean to tell me you want me to take this money to be on television? And this is what a lot of people, a lot of the gays don't get in Atlanta. And they love to be following up around these Nene Leakes and all these other, and I'm just saying Nene Leakes for an example, and all these other girls, to have a glimpse to be on television. And you should go to a taping of The Housewives. I'm gonna tell you, when that camera moved, the whole crowd swarmed in the back. And you know, me being in LA, I forgot about all this stuff because I just wasn't in that world no more. We had a scene that they didn't air. I was talking to Cynthia, her sister, and Portia, and we was kikiing. It was not even enough. It wasn't even film worthy. We was kikiing like we always do if we go out somewhere. We kiki because it's just like I am a Bravo brother. I'm a Bravo brother to them. They're my Bravo sisters. We was kikiing. We all noticed that. Well, I noticed that the crowd has shifted to like so people can get behind us, and I'm like, y'all, I'm not used to this no more. Y'all see how everybody kind of move this way and move that way to get a glimpse of them on television? I get it. Everybody want to be on TV so they can call back home to South Carolina, North Carolina, Nashville, or whatever, Chattanooga, and be like, girl, did you see me on TV? Now I'm so-and-so of the Housewives of so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. So when it comes to dealing with Funky Dineva, saying that me and Marlo was difficult, you know, I can't speak for Marlo. Do I know why? Yes, I do, because we discussed it, and it ain't none of y'all business. It ain't none of his business. But I would tell you this, Funky Dineva. I've been nothing but a true friend to you. We're not friends because you know what you did to my mama. You know what you did. We don't need to put it out there on the air because that will be detrimental to your career. And I'm not the one to try to stop bags like you. You know what you did to me when I was at the lowest point of my life mentally, which was going through depression. And when you threw my whole name in that whole Michelle Williams stuff, because you were the only person that I was talking to in Atlanta when I left. I didn't answer nobody phone calls but yours until that thing happened. And a whole bunch of other stuff. You know, I've been there for you financially. I've been there for you as a good friend. I've picked you up. I fed you. Oop, somebody doing this emoji. I've done a lot for you. And I'm going to be like this, girl, if you decided to talk trash about me, or if y'all go on my Facebook page and look at them 3 videos, girl, try at least change your clothes. We already know what you do. We already know what you do. When you sit up there and say, oh, I don't do this and I don't do that, your action speaks louder than words. You seem like you in a good place, and I know you fabricating these stories like you go to Essence and you this, that, and the third. Girl, that crowd was little. And I would be really, really honest with you. I prayed that I wasn't going to go in, but Lord, I'm Jesus. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to leave it alone. We didn't want to film with you no way. We didn't want you on the show. We did not want to work with you. Nobody in the cast wanted to work with you. But we knew that they put you in the show to add a little mess and a little drama to get the show picked up. So we wanted to tolerate you. We was going to tolerate you for the first season and not deal with you no more. I'm just going to be honest, Funky with Dineva. So you going around slandering our name and our reputation. And I'm going to tell you how Atlanta works. Because Candy said that we was being difficult. And I was a little bit upset because as a professional in a work environment, when you're managing people, when somebody is fired, when some internal business go on, you don't talk about what happened in the inner workings. You don't talk about what happened in the. So let me pause right quick. Now, this is Talking Live with Reco, but I'm just clearing some shit up because y'all haven't seen me in a couple of years. So I'm going to come at y'all week after week. Well, let me see what time. I'm going to come at y'all week after week. We had 30 minutes on some juicy shit, but I just wanted to get some things out the way to move forward. Because, you know, I'm getting a bad rep out in these streets, and girl, it's not the deal. It's not the case. So I actually called Candy. I said, Candy, look, I'm hearing this stuff that you've been saying this. And she admitted that she said it. And I told her, and we agreed to disagree. She got another project. She ain't going to call me. And I told her that I wouldn't want her to call me. If I were her, I wouldn't call me neither. But I'm going to tell you, I'm comfortable. I'm in my wonderful warehouse. I'm working. By the end of the year, I'll be buying my first property. By next year, I'll be getting a house built and having kids. And by the end of next year, I'll be not necessarily relocating to Dallas, but setting up shop in Dallas to make some major coins. So I am fine. The coins just wasn't right, sis. And for Funky Dineva, I know that you haven't been on the show, but you will never succeed on the show because your track record is not good. And you telling somebody, and I'm going to tell you, the video, it's more than 3 videos. That's the only ones that some people sent me. But people have told me, even in Chicago, you told the girl that I was the reason why you not working at Sister Circle. You got fired, sis. Because you got fired the same reason you got fired from your accounting job. I said I was not going to go in. You've been out all night getting drunk and doing God knows what. You can't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and perform at work. I'm just going to be real, sis. So you dragging my name through the mud. I was your real friend. I remember you crying on my shoulder or crying on my phone because you felt that Candy was using you for your fame and your Instagram following. I'm going to tell you, we were the two most successful gay black men in Atlanta. You was the social media superstar that was hilarious. I was the most sought after and still am the most sought after fashion designer because guess what? I don't even have to work as hard as these little girls out here. Baby, one job can pay all my bills plus some. I was the most sought after designer. We were best friends. Great friends. You can call it whatever you want to call. And guess what? Our birthday on the same goddamn day, August 20th. But you know, I'm 42 with this skin, bitch. No makeup. And if you wanna and he wanna nuck if you but we'll talk about the day when he filmed. It was a film with me. It was a mess. Um, and working together, we would have been amazing. You know, when you needed wigs, when you needed costumes, when you needed set, when you needed to elevate your whole YouTube and get lights. This is where you order the lights from, bruh. This is what you need, sis. You needed to make a corner in your house and this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. We was always getting up 5 o'clock in the morning. You blogging, I'm blogging. We making money. We having a great time. But you trying to clout chase over some bitches that don't even fuck with you now. Okay, child. Anyway, so for girl, I just went in. I'm so sorry. It wasn't even supposed to be like that. Let me put this air on my face, honey. It wasn't even supposed to be like that. So anyway, I asked you guys to DM me, email me your problems because I wanted to do a segment to where I answer questions from my fans. And I gotta read this letter to y'all. This shit is funny as hell. Okay. It says, me and my husband have been married for 3 years and we have a newborn. My pregnancy was long and rough. Labor was even 10 times harder. My labia was torn at birth. And now sex, and when we have sex, it is like torture. We went from having sex 2 to 3 times a day to maybe once a month. I blame it on the baby and play like I'm tired. I notice sticky towels when I wash clothes. And I even walked into my husband masturbating in the closet one morning. Ooh. I totally flipped out. Why should he get pleasure and not me? Reco, what should I do? Okay. Okay. So y'all been married, y'all had a baby, and women help me out on this labia thing, right? It's like I ain't had coochie in a long time, but I do know how I look, okay? Cause you got some that's kind of hanging out, you got some that's cute and tight, you know, so help me out. It's when the baby comes out and it tears, right? My lights just went out again. It has a timer on the lights. And when it tears, correct? So, but you can get that fixed, right? So, okay. And she actually put her name. I'm not even gonna say her name. So for one, I think you should be really, really honest with your husband and let him know what's going on. Because it seems like it's just common sense. If the labia tears when a man is penetrating in the womb, it probably sucks up and pinches the woman really tight. And ladies, if you're watching, just comment on the comments and let me know if I'm correct or not. And so you need to be really, really honest with your husband. And if I'm not mistaken, let me fix this light. And if I'm not mistaken, that could be fixed. I think it can be fixed. That's number one. Number two, you notice that you caught your husband jacking off. I see nothing wrong with it. I mean, most men do. He probably jacked off even after he got finished. That's what we do as men. If a man tell you that he don't jack off or masturbate, play with yourself, he's lying to you. And this is what I believe. And I know I probably get a lot of flack from this. My thing is, what you won't do, some old nasty freaky woman or man will, depends on what city you in. Because now everybody's just so open with everything, and on Instagram, it probably be somebody at work pussy popping on the gram, and he's seeing their videos and eyeballing them at work, and they can go um on the roof somewhere or whatever in the bathroom and get it in right quick. And let me know. And I'm just gonna tell you what I believe. I do believe that it's your wifely duties to satisfy your man. So I'm like, girl, if you don't go in there and in that closet and suck his dingaling from the back, and let that man cook you breakfast and everything else, and get up them coins to get your labia fixed, I don't know what to tell you. Because you sitting up here, you don't want him to jack off, you don't want him to have pleasure. Well, what do you want him to do? He's a man. And if he don't get it from you, what are you? Yes, Miss Jackson laughing at me. But Miss Jackson, am I right though? I'm just asking, am I right, Miss Jackson? So if he don't get it from you, he gonna get it from somewhere else. Okay? So I want y'all to comment on the comments what we just look. I just looked at Miss Jackson. We just gonna call this lady Miss Jackson. So what should Miss Jackson do? Should she get a labia fix, or can you get your labia fix? And should she help please her man? And oh, she's being selfish. I feel Miss Lisa. I feel like she's being selfish too. And I'm like, girl, he don't just have to penetrate you. There's oral sex. Like, girl, I always believe that you have to teach your mate how to please you. And I mean, if that's it. But check out this book that I'm reading. I'm reading this Dapper Dan book. So next week when I come to y'all, next Wednesday, I'll probably be on. I just got it in the mail. It's about the whole Dapper Dan. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't deal with Gucci. Because I do feel that white people, I love white people. Some of my best friends are white. They dangle a little bit in front of us and expect us to be quiet, and this was the person that they're dangling in front of us. But I've been looking at a lot of his interviews. His story is absolutely amazing, and a lot of work that he's done in the book. I grew up seeing that work on LL Cool J, on Kool Moe Dee, on Big Daddy Kane. So it's just fascinating to me when I'm doing research on him and all that good stuff. But that's it, you guys. This weekend in Atlanta, I'm having a pop-up shop. Like I said, it's my birthday month. So buy a shirt, houseofchappelle.com. And we go up to like a 5X or something like that. For all them wide back shoulder hoes. I love y'all, honey. And come out and see me at the pop-up shop this Saturday. Go on houseofchappelle.com for more info. Funky Dineva, you know you can pick up the phone and call me. No, you can't, child. I ain't even gonna lie, cause what you're trying to do is trying to stop my bag. And I remember us having conversations that you would never go on television, going back and forth with another gay man. And I'm going to tell you, I'm waiting right now for the perfect television opportunity, because it's just too many calls. I remember him saying, nobody ain't calling you. Go ahead and sign that contract. Nobody ain't knocking your doors down trying to get you on the show. Yes, they are. They always calling. They always calling every month, wanting me to do something, calling, email, wanting me to do this, wanting me to make a cameo on this, wanting me to do that. And I won't do it until that coin is right. And for all y'all young gay brothers and sisters, we are the big trend right now. They love ta-da-da-ta-da-ta-ta-ta. They love us right now. If you don't know your worth, nobody else will. So I will sit in this hot ass warehouse, make my stretch pieces and my couture pieces and this, that, and the third, and be fine with living a plain old simple life. Well, girl, I ain't gonna never have no plain old simple life, because what you don't realize, sis, they always playing Candy Wedding Special, The Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, and even the motherfucking fashion show overseas. And everybody like, how you getting recognized overseas because they plan to show reruns, girl. It's syndication. So I'm always gonna be that guy. I'm always gonna be relevant. I don't have to clout chase. I don't have to throw anyone up under the bus to get a like or a view on YouTube. You're only making yourself look dumb and jealous. And they taught you that degree in what you call it, in economics from Florida State University. I guess common sense ain't all that common. But on that note, remember, you guys, he who angers you controls you. Thanks for tuning in and watching live with Reco. I'll see you next Wednesday at 10 p.m. Make sure you like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you share this video. And make sure you cash up me or buy a coloring book or buy a t-shirt for my birthday, honey. We got to get old nasty production going on in here. I want a nasty silk, build some couches. We get some entertainers up in here, bitch. We get some drapes and old city background and all that good stuff, baby. Thank you guys for logging on. And as we head out, girl, Funky Dineva, you just got a trailer to your thing, girl. Get into this. Get into that. My motherfucking theme song, bitch. What? First episode. Even though this song about 10 years old. But thank y'all for logging in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Bye. How to log up out of this shit? Okay, I'm done. Okay, I don't know how to end this. Y'all, this is my first time. It's gonna be, you can replay it. I think you can replay this. Today's 78. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how share mute microphone. Let's see.